ordinary men and women who provide our public services coming out on strike, the biggest coordinated action in this country for over a generation, and we are fully behind them. In Scotland, our members led out by pipers. In Birmingham, our members led out by our president. In Plymouth, a candlelit celebration as our members came out at midnight. And now, 6:30 in the morning, and this strike is now beginning to bite. And what we're saying is, hands off our pensions, hands off our public services, and we will win.
People think that we've got gold-plated pensions. We haven't. We've worked really hard in the health service when we had to. It was manual work. 37 years I've worked in the operating theatres. I did the decent thing. I paid into a pension because in my old age, I didn't want to rely on the state. And now it looks as if this is going to be taken away from me and I end up living on benefits, which is something I have never done.
Well, obviously it's not a huge pension anyway, but I'm already looking at having to work till 67. I'd like to think that at least there's something for me there at the end of my service. I mean, at the moment I don't know if there's going to be anything, and I feel like unless we make a stand now, things are just going to get worse. Not only with the service, but with our pensions, with our salaries. So I think it's time, public sector workers really stood up, made their voice heard.
I've worked really hard for my pension, and I spent some years out of work, as a number of women have done. My pension is really important to me now to make up probably the shortfall I will get in the state pension. And I've contributed to that pension, and I feel I should get what I've contributed to.
Our pension is very important. We've worked, all of us worked all our lives. So when we retire, we want a decent pension so we can live a decent life after giving so much to our country, and to our services, So it's very important that we have a decent pension.
I really enjoy my job. I love being a paramedic, and I love the fact that we're in a privileged position to be helping people of central London. I pay into my pension scheme for the future. I'd like to think that I've got some provision for when I finish this job to sort of live on.
It's important for me to stand up for my rights and to stand up for my rights for my pension. They are our deferred wages. And they're not that grand, they're adequate for us, but it's important that we plan for our future financially.
We have to defend our pensions. When you see the scenes at the back of me, it comes to actually something, doesn't it? When frontline ambulance crews have to strike to defend their pension, not to get anything else, not to get more than anybody else, but just to defend what they've got.